In this video, we are going to have a look at how do we get the company data and the respective cost data for a selected value. So over here, if we select something, ideally the data should change. Okay, so we need to have data over here separately for 2011, 12, 13, 14, and 15. How are we going to do that? So we need to create 5 separate pivot tables which is linked to this slicer. So before we proceed, let's create 5 separate dashboards, 5 separate pivot tables, each for this separate year, which is one for 11, one for 12, one for 13, one for 14, one for 15. So select the entire data, click on insert, click on pivot table, click on existing worksheet, click on worksheet 1, and click on cell A21 or whatever cell is convenient to you. Click OK. Click OK. Put company name as a part of your row and put 2011 as a part of your values. That's the value which you want over here. So put companies as a part of your rows because I need companies in a row format and I need respective data over here. So over here, I have put the sum of values over here. Okay. And you can put variable as a filter. You can put variable as a filter. So if I select only fixed cost, I should get the output over here. Similarly, do the analysis for 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2015. So how do we do that? Again, the procedure remains the same. Select the data, click on insert, click on pivot table. The data is already selected. Click on existing worksheet, click on location, click on worksheet 1, select E21 and click OK. Your pivot table is created. Click on company and put it in a row. Click variable as a part of your filter and click 2012 as a part of your values. Okay. Similarly, do the same analysis or the same pivot table but for a different year, which is 2013. Data has been already selected. Click on insert, click on pivot table, click on existing worksheet, select your location, which is 2 column away from 2012. Click OK. Select company as a part of your rows. Select 2013. Select variable as a filter. Similarly, for 2014, which is 2 column away from 2013, click on insert, click pivot table, click on existing worksheet, select your location, click on existing worksheet, which is worksheet 1, select the cell, click OK. Instead of 2013, put 2014 as a part of your values, company as a part of your row, and variable as your filter. Again, similar analysis for 2015. The data has been selected. Click insert, click pivot table, click on existing worksheet, location, worksheet 1, select the cell and click OK. Select the company as your rows, 2015 as the values, and variable as a filter. That's the premise. Now, what we have to do is just link the dashboard 1 by giving it equal to worksheet 1. Just give the reference. Over here, if you see, if you give the rows reference, the output will be automatically taken. There is no uh, absolute or relative cell referencing provided by the Excel by default. I repeat, there is no absolute cell referencing provided by Excel by default when you are selecting just rows, which is this. But when you are selecting the numbers, Excel will give you the cell referencing, which is the absolute cell referencing over here. So now there are two ways you can do this. Either you separately go and do the cell referencing for every data, but then it's a tedious data. Assume that you have 1 million columns or 1 million rows, then you will not be doing this for 1 million times. And assuming you have 5 multiple years, so that comes to 5 million. What is the another alternative which you already studied, which is VLOOKUP. So you write formula called as VLOOKUP. Which value you are trying to find out, which is the company name you are trying to find out. What is going to be my table array? So this is going to be my table array. Fix this by pressing F4, comma, column index number. So I want column index as 2 because I want the output of the sum, and comma, false because I need the exact match. And you simply drag this. Same thing for the 2012 analysis. Select the companies. I will first do the company part. Select the companies for 2013. Same for 2014. I will select the company part. And same thing for 2015. Over here, select the company part. Over here, yeah. Now perform the VLOOKUP. So over here, write VLOOKUP. What is the lookup value? Which is the company name. What is going to be my table array? Which is 2012. Enter data set. F4, column index 2, comma, false. Just drag this down. Same thing for 2013. VLOOKUP. What is going to be my lookup value? Which is my company name. What is going to be my table array? Which is going to be my pivot table. Press F4 to make it constant, because if when you are dragging it down, your value should not change. Then column index number would be 2 because I need output from the second column, and false because I need the exact output. Simply drag this. Same for 2014 VLOOKUP. Company value, table array would be my pivot table. Entire pivot table. You don't need to take grand total into your table array. Perfectly okay. Comma 2, comma, false or 0. You simply have to drag this down. Go to 2015 equal to VLOOKUP, lookup value, table array, which is part of this. Press F4, comma 2, comma, false. And you simply have to drag this down. So this is pretty much, you have got the initial data. So if you change anything in this data set, in this pivot table, so let's say I need only freight and forwarding cost, whatever the output is over here, 20, 23rd to 19 and 20 will be output over here because you have done changes in 2012. All the others are not reflecting the change. How do we connect this slicer to the pivot table? We will see in the next video. Thank you.